He just reaches out to me. Hey, got a question for you. Can addict go to heaven? You see my words? Yep. Absolutely. As long as they know Jesus. And then I had to clarify, not know about Jesus, but know him. Like surrendered life and all. Well, how can an addict do that? And I said, do what? How can they surrender to Jesus, but they submit to their idol? See, the hang up here was that, but how can they go to heaven if they keep sinning? How can they go to heaven if they keep drinking, if they keep using alcohol or drugs? How can they go to heaven? I was just I didn't give you the banter, but I was just kind of like, yeah, I don't know what you're talking about because everybody that's going to heaven still sins and struggles with sin. I said, I don't know where you're coming from. By the way, I went ahead and said, Paul got in to heaven. Paul got in. And if you read Romans 7, he says, why do I keep doing the things I don't want to do? And the things that I want to do, I don't do. What can save me? Jesus. So super Christian Paul struggled with sin, but you're going to get out of this life with no struggle at all. Right? I talk sass in text. If you keep going, our conversation, again, this is the root of all of this. Keep going. I told him to turn his TikTok preachers off, by the way. I said, turn those TikTok preachers. They're not doing you any favors. And he says, no, forget all that. It can't be that simple. Because at the end of the day, we're just talking about grace. And I said, it is absolutely that simple. It says, mankind just likes to make it harder because we think we can somehow still earn a sliver of that salvation. But Jesus says, nope, I own all of it. It can't be, dude. Ain't no way it's that simple. What's the point in, it cuts it off, what's the point in living a good life? Like, what's the point in living as a good Christian? Like, that was a legitimate question. Like, what's the point in all this effort? What's the point in striving? And again, there was a little misalignment there. What's the point in all that? It feels like a gamble. And I said, it's not, right? If you think that I'm going to trust me to settle eternity, yikes. I'd so much rather trust him. It's called good news for a reason, because the good news for a wretch like me, cue the Amazing Grace playlist. Seriously, man, go read Galatians 3 and 5, which I already said. Go read it tonight, which I happen to be doing a series on Galatians, so it's fresh in my mind. And he says, I think some people did too much, because we were just talking about, these super Christians like Paul and other people. And he said, yeah, but Paul, and what this is like, well, what about Paul? What about Peter? Yeah, but they sort of made up for it because look at all the good things they did. But you can't look at a case study like Peter and say, there's absolutely no way that Peter deserves it if Jesus didn't give him grace. Absolutely none. He'd already lived those unforgivable things out. Publicly swore a disgrace and shame on the name of God. I don't know him. How do you explain it? And again, this just goes back to, well, it can't be that easy. It can't be that easy. And let me go ahead and just tell you, it's not. It's not that easy. It just seems that easy because we're doing the math wrong, right? It just seems easy because we're doing the math from our end. Our end says, but what am I supposed to do? What is it going to cost? How much do I have to struggle? How much do I have to sacrifice? What effort do I need to put in to make this thing happen? And because the answer is nothing, it seems too simple, too easy. And yet from the lens of Jesus, the cost was everything. The cost was his life. The cost was bearing the weight of the world and all of the wrath of God in death, then to rise again, basically as a physical receipt that the debt had been paid. That's it. So it's not easy. It only seems easy because of the price that was paid. It wasn't paid by you, and it wasn't paid by me. So it's not.